On the savanna, every step of the apex predator broadcasts its dominion. That calm facade conceals a brutal power, ready to explode. This is no idle walk. This is a king's patrol. The male lion is a titan, weighing in at a staggering 400 to 550 pounds, vastly overshadowing the 265 to 400-pound lioness. A muscular physique, deadly claws, and massive fangs are its tools to master the grasslands. But even this king can be violently dethroned by cunning rivals like crocodiles, wild dogs, and hyenas. Torn from the protection of its pride, a vulnerable cub confronts the swamp's executioner. The crocodile commands one of the most powerful jaws on the planet. The ancient predator unleashes a merciless final blow, extinguishing the future of the young king. Two lions gambled on a river crossing, oblivious to the reaper lying in ambush. One was ensnared by the crocodile's unforgiving jaws. A brutal lesson for its lucky companion. Elsewhere on the river, a lion lunges into the very waters where a crocodile lurks. With a superhuman effort, the lion thrashes, wrestling its life back from the merciless jaws. On the savanna, the mortal combat between lion and crocodile never ends. Can ancient armor withstand the lion's raw power and claws that shred? The battle for dominance remains undecided. Beyond clashes with rival predators, the lion's most savage battles are often against its own prey. The Cape buffalo, an herbivore built like a fortress, stands up to 5.6 feet at the shoulder and can weigh nearly 1,800 pounds. King of the grasslands, yet the lone lion's power is dwarfed by the sheer will of the herd. The buffalo's defensive circle is the ultimate weapon, twisting the hunter into helpless prey. The king's throne trembles. In a stunning reversal, the hunter becomes the hunted. Faced with the unified might of a furious herd, the lone predator is forced to flee for its life. survival instinct drives it high into the branches, seeking refuge.
Boom.
Confronted by the raw power of the buffalo, the lion instantly realized its fatal mistake. Driven by an innate instinct for unity, the herd wages war to protect its own. When a member is threatened, the wild herd's instinct to make a stand ignites. Faced with such ruthless unity, even a lion must bow in submission. The clash between lion and rhino is pure, high-stakes tension. Armed with a curved horn and hide up to 2 inches thick, the rhino effortlessly shatters the lion's pincer attack. Proving the raw power of Africa's apex herbivore. Though not a lion's chosen prey, the rhino can still become the target. An endless war between the hunter and the hunted. Overwhelming the rhino with sheer numbers, the lion's circle tightens. But a single, colossal blow from its horn obliterates their hunt. Though they had the colossal prey surrounded, the pride faced a brutal truth. Every fang and claw was rendered useless against a living armor. On the razor's edge between life and death, accepting defeat is the only path to survival.
Excellent.
Deceptively gentle, the African elephant dominates the savanna. Towering over 10 feet and weighing up to 7.5 tons, predators rarely risk a confrontation, as a single charge from this titan is a fatal blow. In the heart of their dominion, the pride's rule is challenged by an elephant. Before its sheer, overwhelming power, survival instinct takes hold, forcing the lions into a humbling retreat. On the African savanna, the battle for prey is relentless. For every individual and their pride, survival is on the line. This makes the theft of a kill a more high-stakes showdown than ever before. Outnumbered and pinned by the hyena pack, the lion's escape seems impossible. Suddenly, the entire pride charges in. A lightning-fast rescue, proving that in the wild, kinship is the ultimate weapon for survival. Even the lion, a king, cannot escape the brutal law of the pack. Relentless harassment from the hyena mob forces the lion to abandon its meal. Overwhelmed by the ravenous hyena pack, the lone lion is forced to retreat, its prize lost. But the fight is not over. The king has returned to reclaim his kill. Vastly outnumbered, the lion was on the brink of defeat at the hands of the hyena pack. But the powerful bond of the pride held true as a fellow lion charged in for a dramatic rescue. While lions and elephants are mortal enemies on the savanna, the wild can deliver shocking twists, unforeseeable rescues that defy all logic. A mother's love is an unbreakable force. Surrounded by a savage pack of wild dogs, a lioness becomes a living shield of steel to defend her cub. Seizing the momentary opening, the young lion bolts to safety. Faced with her uncompromising fury, the predators are forced to abandon the hunt. The pack of African wild dogs snaps its trap shut, ensnaring the lion. But the lion shreds the perfect encirclement, turning the dog's flawless plan into chaos. Hopelessly outnumbered, standing its ground is the only way to survive.
In the heart of the untamed savanna, nature's greatest warriors collide. Their battles are more than survival. They are trials of dominance, courage, and fate. In this unforgiving arena, every encounter is a gamble, and not every story ends in triumph. On the vast plains of Africa, few rivalries are as fierce and enduring as that between lions and hyenas. These two apex predators share the same hunting grounds, the same prey, and often overlapping territories, making conflict inevitable. Their battles are not mere skirmishes over a carcass. They are contests for dominance, territory, and survival itself. When a lone lion faces a large hyena clan, numbers can force even the king to give up a fresh kill and retreat. But when the situation is reversed and a solitary hyena crosses paths with a lion, the outcome is rarely in its favor. Their encounters are shaped by an unspoken rule of the wild. Every advantage is temporary, and power shifts with the moment. On this ever-changing battlefield, survival depends not just on strength, but on knowing when to stand and when to yield. Leopards are masterful solitary hunters, relying on stealth, explosive strength, and the ability to adapt to a wide range of habitats. Their muscular build and retractable claws give them an advantage in sudden ambushes. Hyenas, however, pose a unique challenge. Their social structure gives them a numerical advantage that even a leopard's strength cannot always counter. This creates an evolutionary pressure that shapes leopard behavior, dragging carcasses into trees, hunting in areas with natural cover, and moving kills quickly to avoid detection. The rivalry is less about direct combat and more about a constant contest of awareness, timing, and resourcefulness. For leopards, maintaining possession of a meal means staying ahead of the hyena's senses. For hyenas, success lies in exploiting any lapse in the leopard's vigilance. It is a silent battle of strategy played out across the savanna, where a moment's miscalculation can mean the loss of days' worth of energy. African wild dogs and hyenas occupy a similar niche in the savanna's predator hierarchy. Highly social carnivores that depend on teamwork to secure food. Both species live in tightly bonded groups, communicate through complex vocalizations, and use coordinated strategies to hunt. Yet their similarities are exactly what set them on a collision course. Wild dogs rely on stamina and strategic relay chases, running prey to exhaustion over long distances. This overlap in diet and hunting grounds creates constant competition, especially during the dry season when prey is scarce. In the ecological chessboard of the savanna, dominance is often determined not by size alone, but by numbers and unity. A full wild dog pack can displace a small group of hyenas, while a large hyena clan can overwhelm the most determined pack of dogs. When individuals stray too far from their group, the balance shifts abruptly, turning predator into potential prey. Every feature of a hyena's body tells the story of a predator built for endurance. Their sloping frame, with shoulders higher than the hips, gives them a powerful, ground-covering stride capable of maintaining speed for miles. Hyenas can run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, backed by a cardiovascular system built for stamina rather than short bursts. At the heart of hyena society is a strict matriarchal order, where dominant females lead and secure the best access to food. A single clan can number from just a handful to over 80 individuals, all bound by social rules that dictate rank and privilege. Cooperation is essential. Each member plays a role, whether scouting, guarding, or hunting, and communication is constant. From low growls to the iconic laugh, these sounds can travel long distances, helping coordinate movements across the savanna. In the competitive world of apex predators, such signals can decide whether a clan keeps its kill or loses it to a stronger opponent. For hyenas, the clan is survival itself. Alone, they are vulnerable. Together, they are a force shaped by strategy, loyalty, and an unspoken code honed over millions of years. Encounters between hyenas and rhinos are among the rarest events on the African plains. For hyenas, a rhino calf represents both an extraordinary opportunity and an extreme gamble. A healthy pair is nearly impossible to challenge. Yet nature is unpredictable, and illness, injury, or brief separation from the mother can create the narrowest window for a hyena clan to act. The great wildebeest migration is one of nature's most dramatic spectacles, with vast herds sweeping across the African plains in search of fresh grazing. For hyenas, it's a season of abundance and fierce competition. Under the cover of darkness, they rely on sharp senses to single out the weak, the young, or the injured. Patience and coordination are key, waiting for the right moment to strike while rival predators linger nearby. In these fleeting opportunities, a successful hunt can feed the clan for days, while a failed attempt means starting the chase all over again. On the African savanna, few creatures are as well protected as an elephant calf. From the moment they are born, often weighing 200 to 300 pounds, these young giants are shielded by the constant presence of their mothers and the tight formation of the herd. For hyenas, an elephant calf represents both a rare chance and a near certain danger. In almost all cases, the herd's vigilance makes any approach impossible. But during droughts or migrations, when herds are stretched thin and individuals may be weakened or temporarily separated, the odds, though still slim, shift ever so slightly. Yet even in these rare windows, the decision to strike is perilous. The arrival of adult elephants can turn the hunters into the hunted in seconds, as a single charge or crushing stomp can end a hyena's life instantly.
Thank you, truly, to everyone who has followed this journey to the very end. Your support is the immense driving force behind the next video.